my YouTube channel. My name is Funmi Johnson, and I'm here to answer the question, things you need to know about women. I'm talking especially to husbands so that you can understand how to relate with your wife. I am the convener Couples Breakfast, and this is one of the things that I get as question all the time. Women are too complex. What can we do about it? Stay glued to this channel. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. What should men know about women, especially husbands, about their wife? Let's go. Things you need to know about women. Have you ever heard before that women are really complicated? Okay, let me tell you this. You have to be calming down, following me. The average woman personifies a million different roles in a 24-hour project. They are moms, they're professionals, they are best friends, they are ladies, they are stressful students. You know, a woman wants to, improve her career. She just gave birth. I remember my last born. I gave birth to him on the 17th of October, and I had to defend my project, on the 25th of October. So I just had to escape, I think, from the naming ceremony to the class. I remember my professor was like, oh, this pregnant woman, she's put to bed and she would not be able to come here and we're going to excuse her. And I just raised my hand and said, I'm here, sir. And the man was like, seriously? Yeah, that's how women can be that complicated. When a woman decides, when she sets her face like a flint to achieve something, you can't stop her. So if you say that is what makes us complicated, I agree. But we're not as complex as we are. Follow me. So my goal here really is to truly help men figure out, how to relate with a woman, okay? At least I can use myself as an example. So let's go. Go with me. Don't be in a hurry to leave. Remember, like this page, subscribe, because you're in for a good time. Number one, what do women like and how can you be on the same page with us? We like predictability and order. Okay, do what you say and we will always like to please you. You know what the problem is? A man likes to do what he wants to do, but a woman likes to be able to say at certain time, this is what this man will do, and this is how this man is going to relate, and this is how this man is going to act. But you think that, I'm not a boy anymore. My mother was telling me what to do. Now that I'm married, I should be able to do my own things. I understand, but that makes the woman see you as that boy. That means probably you shouldn't really do anything like that. As a man, you should act like a man. So what do women want? They want their husbands to act like men and not like boys. And men want to act like boys. They still want to play with their toys. So I think that's where the conflict is. So number one thing is try, even in your boyish manhood status, let yourself understand that your wife wants to be able to predict what is your behavior. Okay? Number two, we don't expect fancy, expensive, sparkly gifts, although they look nice on us, but we want a gift that is from your heart. A thoughtful gift. Last week, my husband gave me a gift. It wasn't Valentine, it wasn't my birthday, it wasn't anything. And for 3 days, I'll just be looking at him and say, what were you thinking? Because it was such a damn thoughtful gift. Not that I could not afford to buy for myself, but I looked at the thought process behind the gift and was like, whoa. I gave him respect. So a woman is not looking for you to break the bank. The woman is just looking out for you, for something that shows that you gave a thought to what you did. So women like gifts, but much more, the price of the gift is the thought that goes behind the gift. So men, be more thoughtful. I'm talking about how to simplify the supposed complication of women. I'm doing this especially on International Women's Day because I want the men that love us to be able to relate with us. Number three, the variety of roles that we play every day leave us exhausted. So we are strong and nurturing, but we need some pampering here and there. So married men, today, International Women's Day, can you please watch over the baby? Can you please allow us cross our legs and watch the television for once? It's not as if we don't want to, but we are just encumbered by too many responsibilities. A woman wants to do those things because we can multitask, okay? But also we want you to acknowledge and recognize that we're doing it and deliberately say, hey, sweetheart, take a break. So we get exhausted by our roles and we need our husband to support us. I'm saying this on behalf of all women. So today, don't you do something? Let's cross our legs. And you say, I'll take over from here. So come home early and take over from where your woman stopped. Just so you can say, I love you. Okay. I'm still talking about what men should do to their women. It's a long journey, so don't be in a hurry to leave. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you're a man, send it to another man. And if you're a woman, send it to all the women in your life so they can know that somebody is championing their cause. We love to be wooed. You know, the butterfly during the honeymoon, and then the first 1 year, how you celebrated us, the first 5 years. Even now that we're over 50, we still want to be wooed. We still want to be toasted. I still want my husband to send me those poems he wrote in 1992. That was the thing that he sent that made my heart Paulina. So I'm saying these, all men, are you listening to me? I don't care if you got married last year or 5 years ago or 10 years or 15 years or 30 or 45 years. Go and rehearse those words that you said to that wife that time. You will be surprised at how she will just grin from chin to chin. Every woman likes to be wooed because we feel good by the things that we hear. Just the same way a man likes what he sees, a woman likes what she hears. So rehearse what you're going to say to your wife tonight and then come up with a magic word. You will be surprised that that woman that has been pensive, gloomy, and uptight all day will just begin to smile. So men, start toasting. All women like to be wooed. I'm talking about what men should do and what you need to know about your wife. Number 5, we are not like you. Men and women have different makeups, okay? It's time to step outside of your mold and stop looking at us from your own prism, okay? In a society that favors, men more than women, that, put some stigmas and some role, upon women, and all that, you in the house, now that you've lived with us, you should understand that our capacity is not what the society says. So now that you understand that we're fully capable of doing the same things that you're doing, give us some respect. Okay? The men, forget about what you've been told. All those things were tales. Now you're in the house. Now you understand. Most men would agree with me that they think that the women are superheroes. Yes, women are actually superheroes. Why don't you celebrate that superhero that you have in your house today and say, hey babe, you are my superhero. I don't understand how you do those things. The children's homework, you go to the market, you plan the menu, you even call the mechanic, you saved up some money even to add to the house rent. Women are superheroes. We don't need anyone to say it, but you are a husband. You should say it. And don't be like the society. So when all husbands begin to say it one after the other, something will change in the society. We're celebrating women today. It's International Women's Day. Number 6, we like you to show that you love us in words and act of service. A lot of time when a man is trying to show love to his wife, sometimes he buys gifts that are not well thought out, and then sometimes he makes himself ready for sex. Yeah, a woman would want sex only to respond to her husband. But when you want to show us that you love us, show us in words and in act of service. Deliberately serve in the home. The home is the office, is the headquarters of the woman. Okay, when you wait on your wife by doing the dishes, by mopping, by cleaning, by taking out the laundry, by laying the bed, those things are important. Those acts make the woman know that you value, that you appreciate, and you don't take her for granted. So how should you show us that you love us today and beyond? By words and by what? Acts of service. Are you following me? I'm talking to the men how to know and love their wives. So we're not as complicated. Number 7, husband, be your wife's cheerleaders. A lot of times, you see, men think that they need someone to encourage them. Women need someone to encourage them too. We all can do with some cheerleading. Just say, hey, you can do it. I believe in you. You're strong. The society put women down. The society is designed to put women down. I don't know why. Not only in Nigeria, all over the world. But you as the husband should not allow your wife to be put down. The way you raise your wife is the same way you're going to raise your daughters. So it's important for you to be able to say, hey, I know you can make it. I know you can do it. I'm supporting you. I'm holding your hands and I'm pushing you forward. I stand. The Bible says if 2 of us can stand together. So I'm standing with you and you can make it. So husband, be your wife's cheerleaders. Now, the next one is this. Women are emotionally logical. Men are mainly logical and then they have become emotional, okay? But women are emotionally logical. What does that mean? It means that we take into consideration our feelings when we are making major decisions. So you need to relate with us that way. Now, you're like, why shouldn't we go to that party? The reason we should not go is because The party is calling for color purple. And that color purple was the same purple I wore to that other party that 7 out of these 10 people are going to be there. So they had sent me, in that outfit, last year. A man would not think that way. He will wear his purple anytime, T moment, M occasion, O place, P, and he doesn't care. But a woman doesn't reason that way. She's emotionally logical. So you have to understand why we hesitate and why we are excited at some things. Pause and think and say, maybe she's saying beyond what she's saying. So when I say I don't want to go, maybe that's not what I'm saying. Maybe I'm saying, like a woman told her husband, I don't have clothes to wear. And the husband opened the wardrobe and said, what do you mean? Look at clothes here. That's not what she's saying. She has clothes in the wardrobe, but she doesn't have the cloth that fits the mood that she's in at that time. So I want men to understand that we are logical, but we are emotionally logical. So our emotions is taken into action when we are making decisions. Are you following me? Okay, now, we love real men who can cry. A lot of times men are raised not to cry. When your son is growing up, say, hey, you're a boy, don't do that. Only women cry. So we stifle and we bottle the emotions of men. So a lot of these boys grow up into men and they are not able to express their emotions. Hey, sweetheart, husbands, be vulnerable. Show that you're a human being. You will be surprised that your wife will come to your aid and to your rescue. I'm not saying you should be crying like a sissy and just be moping and be pensive all over the place. But if you need to cry, especially when something happens and you go on your knees before God and you lie prostrate and say, Lord, help me. I'm helpless here. I'm stranded here. When your wife sees you helpless, then help comes into play, because women are wired to support and to bring out the supposed manhood in their men. So just be vulnerable. Don't put up the wall. If it moves, let the tear flows. Okay, let it flow, and it will take your relationship with your spouse to another level. Okay, so don't bottle it in, express it, let it go, and you'll be surprised that your wife will be there just to support you. Okay, we also love when we have well thought out surprises. Okay, wow her the next time she comes back from work. Even though, she may not show it, but when she sees that, oh, you've already done some things, you just call her, hey babe, what are you planning for us for dinner? And she says, maybe okra, and you just take out the okra, you've already cut it, and all that. And I want to warn women here, if he makes mistakes, don't say anything. Okay, not that day. Wait for 2 or 3 days after. Encourage him to do so. Women are too perfect. This is the way we want it. And when the man makes a move, we kill him for the mistake he makes. No, I want you to encourage your man to support you with surprises. Remember I told you, love us in words and in action. In words and in action, not just in the bedroom. Love us outside the bedroom, especially with household chores. This is very important. Okay, another thing, we don't need a problem fixer. What did I say? We just want someone to listen. When your wife comes to you and tells you this is happening, just things like, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. You haven't said anything. That's what she wants. A listener, not someone else say, oh, is that what happened? Let me do this. She knows what to do. She's not an imbecile. She just wants someone to empathize with her and to be sure that she's being carried along. Now, another point is this: be honest. Okay, now take initiative when you're talking with us. If you don't like what we're doing or saying, tell us. A lot of times, I found out this in counseling. Men will come to me and they say, my wife does this, my wife does that, and I hate it. But I say, why don't you tell her? I say, I don't want to hurt her feelings. Oh, because she's working so hard. No, she's not a witch. She will not know what you're talking about if you don't say it. Don't just shut her down. Find a good way to let her know that what she's saying is not okay with you, and she will gladly change it. So don't just keep quiet. Show what you don't like, but say it in a nice way. It's important for you to communicate. Don't bottle it in and don't pretend. Another thing you need to know about women, we don't let things go easily. When things happen in your office as a man, you leave it in the office, put it in your briefcase, and you go home and you leave it there. Then when you go back to the office the following morning, you take the briefcase with you. Once you sit down on your table, you open it up. A woman doesn't do that. If something happens in the office, she carries it home. If it happens in the home, she carries it to the office. If you offend her, she doesn't forgive you easily. Okay? It takes her time to process it. She will keep asking herself, why did he do it? Could it be because I did this? Could it be because he saw this? And all those things go on day and night. So a woman is not like a man. So when you see her mood change, what should you do? Find out. hey babe, what happened at work today? I mean, a man was going to go for divorce just because the woman is unhappy. And the man thinks, I've done everything. I can't please her. And when they ask the woman, why are you always pensive? She said, you know what? I don't know how to figure out what my role is in the office. Is that what you brought to your home that is making your husband to feel that he's not satisfying you? That is how complex a woman could appear. But the issue is we don't let go of things easily. So as a man, understand that and then try to help us to compartmentalize our issues so that we can enjoy a smooth and beautiful relationship. We'll soon get to the end. Now, we still need our girlfriends in our lives. That is something you need to know. When a man can get along with our friends, okay, it shows a lot about his character. Girls talk, girls chit chat, so they all have friends. So a good husband should know that your wife will have one or two bestos and they will talk. You can call it gossip, you can call it gisting, but that is what makes us women. So allow that and support that. Be a friend to your wife's best friend. It makes life easy. I'm not saying let them be your best friend. No, let them be your wife's best friend, but be friends to them. It will make your life simple. Now, second to the last one. Do you want to know a real woman? A real woman doesn't care so much about the money her husband makes. She respects you for working and for dedication, but just for you to know what really matters to her. Now, she cares about your decision about family gatherings, about going for your son's sports, okay? About, choosing the color of the curtains in the house. So living for work day in, day out, okay, as important as that is not the most significant thing to your wife. The most significant thing to your wife is how you balance your work life with your family life. If they're not in sync, your wife will not respect you. She will tolerate you. And that's why you think she's nagging you. If you want the best out of your wife, ensure that you are the real man. And who is that real man? A man who is able to balance his work life with his family life. School visits, midterms, homework, household chores, and all those things that will make your wife a happy woman. That's what she wants. Now let's go to the last one. It is important that you appreciate both the inner and outer beauty of your wife. What do I mean by that? Okay, the woman spends a lot of time and attention on the makeup, on adorning her externals, but she's concerned also about the inner beauty. Okay, beauty may fade, but appreciating who she is in person. And why am I saying this? A lot of men have said to me, my wife was size 12, now she's given birth to 3 children, now she's 18, now she's 20. That does not remove the fact that our beauty internally is still intact. Don't over appreciate the external and then condemn the internal. Both of them need to be appreciated. Even if you think that your wife is going out of shape, okay, you can nicely walk with her like, hey babe, you're getting around the tummy area. What can we do about this? Because what if it's you? I saw a man yesterday. I was like, seriously, how many months pregnancy is this? What if you're the one that is gone really big? How would you feel if your wife keeps, running you down and making you feel inferior just because you've added weight? What I'm saying is, in the marriage relationship, appreciate the inner beauty and the external, and don't let one run down the other. This is a special broadcast from Family Today with Funmi Johnson, the convener also of Couples Breakfast on International Women's Day, to men and women, just to make our men to understand how to love, appreciate, and support their wives and the women in their life. Happy International Women's Day. Remember, subscribe, like, and share. You make my day if you do so. As a man and as a woman, the Funmi Johnson, here to serve you.